Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. I don't even remember everything I said before I did this video. I'm going to move this over to the edge. I hit record on my cell phone. I'm doing these on my cell phone right now, only because I don't like to edit anymore. I just wanted to just throw them up on the internet. I'm losing my patience with wasting hours editing. Even when I'm not doing anything, I'm just hitting convert and then turn into an MPEG, you know. I just don't care anymore. So I was reviewing this beer from Beau's. This was Beau's Helles Lager. I did have this Helles Lager sent to me in the past. It was sent to me by the one and only Dale of Brew By Me. You can see him do some reviews with me at Guy's house, and he came with us when we did our tours of Ottawa. And Dale's an awesome guy, and what he did when he sent this to me was he bought a growler of it and bottled it and sent me a bottle of it, and it didn't turn out. So this is the first time I've actually gotten to try the Helles Lager with it turning out. This Helles Lager, I already reviewed it. I probably rambled for 10 minutes, so I'm trying to think of the things I said that were pertinent so that I can repeat them, because who wants to repeat yourself, right? Especially after you talk for 10 minutes. Anyway, the Helles Lager is organic water, local spring water, organic barley malts, organic hops and yeast. It's bottled at 10/11 on the 29th of July, which would be my wife's birthday. It is 4.7% alcohol. It's part of the Farm Table series. I didn't know that Helles Lagers were part of the Farm Table series. I don't understand why it is a boombox on the front either. But whatever. Hell's Bells, maybe? I don't know. Anyway. It was golden colored. It has a lot, even now, like 20 minutes later, it still has a lot of carbonation flowing through it. It did have a big, thick white head when I poured it. Smell-wise, when the head was on it, you did get a almost sour, weird scent. Without the head and out of the bottle, you did get a slightly sour, just grainy dryness with a little bit of grassiness. Now, when you drink it, it is exactly what it smells like. It's basically your Euro lager. It has that dryness at the background, has that grassy, dirty finish, and it has a just generic graininess to it. The graininess almost reminded me of a ice beer, just without the ice beer sweetness. And now I talk a lot about beers and beer awards, and I always talk in beer awards about how people get all bent out of shape when big breweries win, like the domestic and the Euro lager categories and the premium lager categories. Excuse me, they're the only ones that do those categories properly, and that's what it comes down to. They do those categories properly. And that being said, when I drink a lot of craft lagers, I talk about why do they do this. Because they just take a lager and they overhop it, or they overdo this, or they overdo that, and it's just saddening to a point of exasperation. But this is a beer that I think could actually win in a beer awards. If this beer was put into a Euro lager or premium lager category, this beer actually has a good chance of winning, because it actually fulfills the requirements of those categories. It doesn't overstep them hugely. It fulfills them. And that's a great accomplishment as well, to be a brewery that makes a lager, a craft brewery that makes a lager that is still full on to the craft spectrum, yet fits into the macro-esqueness of those categories. And that being said, what I mean is that a macro drinker could really, really enjoy this, but it's made with high quality ingredients. Now, that being said, is it a great beer that I would seek out again? No. Why? Because I could pay the almost, what, $4 or $5 for this, or I can pay $2 for, say, this, which is a little smaller in bottle shape, bottle size. It's 500 instead of 600, but this is $2, where this is what, 4 or 5. I lost my receipt from the LCBO because this is the same receipt I bought my another beer I reviewed tonight on the Stone. So this is what? This is like $5-ish. This is 2 something. Tusker from South Africa. Well, not South Africa. Kenya, I believe. Yeah, Kenya. So that's where those stand. They are quite the same taste-wise, quite different price-wise. So I guess it comes down to, do you want to? I don't know what Tusker uses, but I'm going to pretend that we're talking now about say Blue, which is what, 205 a can, 215 maybe, and the can would be 500s. So do you want to buy something that's made with all organic, high-end quality ingredients, or something that's made with a lot of extracts? That comes down to what you decide to do. They both will taste pretty close to the same, just one is high-end ingredients, one is lower-end ingredients. Both will get you drunk. One is better on your wallet. So, I mean, it comes down to what you care about. Is this a good beer? Yes, it's a good, solid beer. There's nothing offensive about it. Is it a beer I could recommend? Yes. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. Is it a beer I will buy again? Probably not. Out of 10 on this beer, I would give it a 6.75. There you go, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Come to me, come to me, come to me.